course. I think the flexibility is what I enjoy most about the courses. As someone whose interests primarily lie in African American history, I think being able to take courses that aren't directly aligned but still allow me to look at that from a different perspective has been really helpful for me just as a historian. So for example, the core course, History Approaches, Methods and Challenges, we were talking a lot about transnational history, right? And at first, I was looking through the course syllabus like, oh, well, this doesn't really have much to do with my primary areas of interest. But then learning more about different subfields of history, I was able to find a way to look at African American history from a transnational perspective rather than just from like a domestic American, African American history perspective. And that allowed me to broaden my scope a little bit and look more at the African diaspora and how that has interacted with African Americans rather than just looking at African Americans in the American South and just that, which is what I had been doing before. So I think it's challenged me to expand my conventional ideas about my areas of interest, but it's also given me different kinds of knowledge that I never would have even come across had I stayed on such a clear and focused path. It's like, this is what I want to do, this is only what I'm going to study. The main differences between undergraduate and postgraduate study, I think for me, the main difference has been probably the way that the coursework is set up. So here, like, we have one final paper for the course, and of course that's informed by all of your classes and discussions and seminars and everything like that. But in undergraduate, there were kind of always benchmarks, and so here, like, the transition from like all of the pressure being on one paper, you end up doing so much more research, but you do it so much more in depth. I think for the first time I turned in a paper that had actual footnotes with commentary rather than just like citations in them. And so I think the caliber of my work has definitely improved. And so in the beginning, that was a difficult transition just because we started the course and all of our professors would say, you're going to be doing work that's so much better than what you did in undergrad, that the escalation is going to be so much higher, what you're going to be producing is going to be so much more advanced and analytical. And you kind of ask yourself, well, like, where is that transition going to come from? How am I all of a sudden in a semester going to be 10 times smarter and produce such high quality work? But I think that once I kind of got the hang of it, and once I started to realize how I could ask more analytical questions, go more in depth, and really engage with the text and the conversation that's happening in the field, that kind of happened naturally.